was the sea captain. His widow built this house. York.
Have you ever seen any UFOs in the sky? Have you ever seen strange things flying around?
Yes, we saw 3 spaceships.
Really?
My mother and my friend, Lois. And we called up the police. And they gave us a long story that it was maneuvers from West Hampton Beach.
What did these things look like?
One was very near us. They kept coming our way. They were on the dunes, and we had a friend at Montauk call us up, and she lives near the ocean, and she said, quick, go out on your porch right away. They've been up here and they're going down your way. So we ran out and we saw this green, blue, and orange balloon, looked like a large balloon. And then we saw 2 beautiful sort of gold, sparkling. I couldn't get over it. I just couldn't get over it.
You think that we might have a world war, or, you know, something?
Carol, but I think you probably will get earthquakes and terrible floods and the way they did in the Bible.
Right.
They were always talking about some terrible plague or something.
Do you think that Christ will come back before the century's over?
Oh yes, I do. I thought as if I'd seen the second coming with what we saw that night.
Really?
I couldn't get over it.
Maybe these UFOs are, you know, messengers from God or something.
That's what I thought. It looked religious.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, and I want to ask you, do you know if your cousin, your famous cousin Jackie Onassis, do you know if she saw Grey Gardens?
She didn't tell us whether she had.
Yeah.
But I did ask her last fall to go see it. I said, it's not a bad movie. I said, it's just about a girl who loved her mother.
Really?
Yes, that was how I described it.
Yeah. And did she ever come out here and visit you, or does Caroline come
No,
home?
we haven't seen her in 4 years.
Do you think she might remarry?
We don't seem to think she will.
Yeah. You know that Howard Hughes had passed away this week.
Yes.
Yeah, and you had known him, hadn't you?
Yes, I met him in Nassau, the Bahama Islands.
Was there anything that you knew or saw in him when you had known him that might have made him want to become a recluse? Why do you think he became a recluse?
I think he was very sensitive and a great genius. And I'm sorry now that I didn't go out for dinner with him. I was afraid to go out with him.
I wouldn't too.
Well, I think before you throw away anything, you should really look it over about 4 or 5 times, because you might use it in different ways. I really do think you could use an evening dress as a negligee, or a slip as an evening dress, or you can do terrific things with everything now.
Yeah, I noticed in the movie you had a long skirt and you wore it upside down, so that the bottom kind of came in like that.
Yes.
But
I always bought dresses like that. Years ago, I always liked the Turkish harem look, sort of.
Really?
Yes.
It's very becoming. Very becoming. What is that now? Is that a sweater that you have on?
Yes.
And
it's the neck. This is the bow that's supposed to be right here.
It's very nice.
Now Jackie asked us that 4 years ago. She wrote us a letter. And she said, why don't you two move back to New York City and get an apartment? And I wrote her back and I said, Mother won't do it, Jackie. I would, but she wouldn't.
Yeah. Well, do you think that your cousin Jackie is a creative dresser? I mean, do you think that she knows how to dress?
Well, I don't want to say this, but I think Lee is absolutely wonderful with her clothes because she's tiny, but perhaps she's easier to dress than Jackie. Jackie has her things all made to order, or she used to, but they're both very much like Mother. They're very independent with their clothes, and they like very simple things. I think they're both very well dressed. Don't you?
I do. I really
Both.
do. Do you wish you married a president?
Oh, no.
No. Would you like to be very wealthy, very flamboyant, going to all the in spots in Manhattan?
Oh, well, yes, I did like to go out and dance until about 7 o'clock in the morning. I did like that at the old El Morocco.
Harry Onassis will call you up and sing to you on the phone.
Yes.
He would?
Yes. To my mother. He sang absolutely wonderfully. We couldn't get over it.
Did you like him more than you might have liked John F. Kennedy? Or
Yes, I did. I was crazy about Mr. Onassis. He was darling. Over the phone, I never met him in person. He was very charming and terrific.
And he had sent you clothes?
Yes, he sent down a lot of clothes. Very warm, winter clothes.
Yeah.
He was very nice.
Now, somebody told me that you like the Rolling Stones.
Well, I did meet Mick Jagger. I did buy an album. I bought Sticky Fingers.
You did?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, you said you met Mick Jagger.
Yes.
Where did you meet him?
At the opening of the Paris Theater, when the movie went to the Paris Theater.
Was he nice to you? Or?
Very, very nice.
Yeah.
He was at the party, at the plaza.
Yeah. And did he...
This is very good.
You like this? You won't dance?
No.
Okay. When the Maisel brothers were here, were you at all attracted to either one of them? Did you have a crush on either one of them while they were...
I thought they were very attractive. But you see, I'd seen a picture of David in the New York Times Sunday theatrical section, and I read this review about it.
Right.
And it said, what is David Maisels going to do now that he's made Gimme Shelter? What is he going to do now? And I thought he was very good looking. So when he came in here with Peter Beard, they didn't tell me who they were. And I recognized him from the picture.
Yeah.
And I said, I know who you are. You're David Maisels. So I think I did like him very much. But I like Al just as much. One is Sagittarius and the other's Capricorn.
Which sign?
Really did picture was that he was born November the 26th. And I think that influenced me because I think Sagittarius is such a wonderful sign, especially for a man. And I think I was very influenced by Albert Maisels being born November 26th. I really do. That's good.
Yeah. This is David Bowie. Have you heard of David Bowie?
Yes, I have.
You know, he has like red hair and he's always changing his image. I want to ask you, like, what do you think about rock music? Like David Bowie himself had said that rock is the devil's music. Do you feel that that's where the energy comes from? Do you feel it stems from the devil?
It comes from something we're going through now that is like entering a new era. I don't think it's the era of the devil, but rock music is very painful because when I first heard it, I burst out crying.
Really? What was?
Honestly, I think clothes are the sexiest things you can do. And if you take them off, I think you become clinical, as if you were going to have an operation.
Really? It's true.
Or you have to be nude for your health, you know. I went to a nudist camp once.
Really?
I didn't take all my clothes off, though. I kept on, they didn't have bikinis in those days, but I kept on a short pair of pants and my brassiere. And the head of the camp came up and he said that I was luring everybody by just keeping on these 2 strips of clothing. He said I had to leave right away.
You were the only one with clothes on?
With just 2 strips, you know, and the others were all walking around with nothing on.
Were you embarrassed in a way?
Yes, I thought it was awful.
Really?
Yes, I couldn't understand it.
Yeah.
But they were doing it for health. You know, it was a family camp. They had married people with all their children. But then I went to another nudist camp after that, where it was a little different, I think. I think people were trying to find other people that they wanted to fall in love with.
Right, because they could check out everybody right then and there, and there's no problem.
So I didn't take any clothes off there because I was frightened to death when I went there. So they said I had to take all my clothes off, so then I left.
Did your parents ever know you did this?
No, I went with a friend of mine. He was a lawyer in New York City.
Did he take all his clothes off?
Yes, he did.
Really?
And I said, Ed, how could you have done this? How could you have done this? Well, he was against Catholicism. I think that's why he did it.
Yeah.
He was a rabid anti-Catholic, and he was always giving me anti-Catholic literature. So then I guess after that he thought Edith needs some nudist camps after the anti-Catholic literature.
Well, what do you think? I had read someplace that you knew Gerald Ford.
Yes, I did. I met him.
And this is before he became president.
Yes, he was going to Yale Law School, and I used to go out with the Yale Law School students. They were very nice boys from the Middle West, and they were very conservative, very proper, and very, very wonderful boys. They all died in the war.
Like, when you dated back in the 30s or 40s, what would be kind of an average date? I mean, was there any heavy necking on the first date? If you mind me asking this.
Oh no, we were all very proper. You mean the Yale and Princeton?
Right. Because today,
my friends that went to Yale and Princeton, oh, we went to the very best restaurants, and then we had to go to the Store Club or El Morocco. We were very formal in New York City.
There's something else I wanted to ask you about Gerald Ford. When you knew him, did you ever think that what you knew of him then, do you feel he had the capacity to become a good leader? Or do you think he was just like another student graduating from you?
No, I think that if you get an athlete that has a brain, he can be anything. A great leader, president, anything. An athlete with a brain. I think most athletes do have brains, don't you?
Did you put up with that?
Well, yes, see, I believe that women should be in the home.
You do?
Yes, I don't think they should be out in the world with the men and compete. I think it's awful.
Yeah.
I don't mind being a model or a singer or a dancer, but I don't want to compete with men.
Right. And you also have raccoons here.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you pet them?
No, they're dangerous.
They
bite. They don't mean to, but they're wild.
Have they ever?
You have to wear gloves, because I got bitten.
You have? Did you have to go see a doctor?
No, I should have probably.
Yeah.
But I thought he was all right, the poor raccoon. He was all right. He wasn't sick.
And why don't you get a dog? You should get a dog. Your mother won't put
My dog died in 1958. He was a Dalmatian. I exercise. I should dance every day.
Really? You don't?
I better dance every day.
Right.
No, all I do is clean up after cats. Salsa, S-A-L-S, S-A-L-S-A. You ever heard any of those? Yeah. There's a movie called Salsa.
Well, there's a group named Salsa, and there's a dance.
What is it?
It's kind of
Spanish?
Yeah, it's kind of like a South American, Puerto Rican type thing.
What is this movie called, Salsa?
Ooh, I don't know.
I've got to go see it.
Yeah.
I've got to have some fun in New York.
Really? Well,
you never can leave my mother, that's the thing. But I've been thinking, I want to go see the movie with the audience. So I figured I have to make an appointment with the dentist. It's about time I went anyway.
Really?
Yeah.
You got to get out more. Really.
My dentist died.
Oh no.
Yeah.
When did that happen?
Oh, a long time ago.
Did you like him? Was he nice?
I was crazy about him. I'm crazy about dentists. I don't know why. So I have a new dentist all picked out, except I haven't investigated him. I read in the Times that you should investigate the dentist. Did you know that?
Yeah.
I saw some boxes hanging on the wall, and they said they were $36,000. These little boxes with junk in them hanging on the wall. I said, who set the price?
Really?
And they said, oh, the galleries get together and they set the price. So maybe it's all a lot of...
Really?
You know what it is? Art, gimmick, gimmickry. The only thing is to go back
and get away with it.
To Italian painting. Why go beyond that?
Who is your favorite Italian painter?
Botticelli.
Botticelli.
Something happens when I look at his things. The women's faces. Have you ever looked at them? Botticelli.
What is it?
I'm mad about them.
What do you think it is about their faces?
I don't know. The angels and the Madonnas and everything. I'm still crazy about Italian painting. I don't care about modern art at all.
I don't either.
why.
But what do you think about F. Scott Fitzgerald? I mean, you're living...
I never read him.
You didn't?
No. I won't say what I thought about it.
Right. No, because I know that...
A lot of people love all that. See, I like very, very few things. I better not come out with what I like.
Why not?
I'm narrow.
Oh, stop.
Very narrow.
No, you won't. No, you
I'm not a liberal. I think my mother is a true liberal.
Yeah. No, but do you think that this would be a different world if Kennedy wasn't assassinated, the president?
Well, I think that helped to make everybody worse. Don't you?
Definitely.
Terrible.
And what do you think about all these scandals that are coming up about him having affairs with Marilyn Monroe? And do you think that any of that's true?
Awful. Well, I do think he liked a lot of actresses because his father owned RKO, studio out in Hollywood. Jack was a beautiful dancer, and he took out a lot of girls that were on the stage and in the movies.
Even after he was married to Jackie?
I don't know what he did after he was married to Jacqueline. I didn't know he was doing anything like that.
Yeah, because there's all these women now that are coming out of the woodwork saying
awful. Do you believe it?
Right.
I don't know whether I believe it.
Howard Hughes made Jean Harlow a star, and that...
Yeah, he told her to dye her hair that color.
And like when you had known Howard Hughes, was it before Hell's Angels, or?
Well, I didn't really know him, but he was a divorced man, and I think that he was looking for a second wife. And some people tell me I look like his first wife.
Who was that?
She was a Houston Society girl.
What kind of what would you like heaven to be like?
Oh, I guess
Another Grey Gardens.
no, I like warm climates. The Bahama Island, I guess. The island in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Or the Caribbean.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Okay.
Yes.
You don't like